Hey everybody, Aaron here. Welcome back to another anime review. Today we look at March Comes Like a Lion episode 12. So now, what's funny is that this show has been showing us that it's always very simple at times. It can be very, very simple and yet have these very big emotional impacts. Like last week's episode where, we saw Ray really yelling and stuff like that. That episode was very simple, very, lulled for the most part. Like there wasn't a lot of stuff going on. It was very, it was mostly focusing on the shogi tournament, stuff like that. This week's episode very similar. It's very simple in the way it's done, but it has so much emotional impact. And I won't lie, the last 5 minutes of this almost made me want to freaking burst out, like going, "Oh my god, the cuteness! It's so adorable!" But anyways, let's talk about this review. I'll talk about why I thought that scene was so cute. So at the very beginning, Ray has finally gotten over his cold, and he's at home alone, going, "I miss the days where I was with my family." But the thing is that he realizes, hey, no, he's got to focus on this tournament coming up for his shogi tournament, and he goes into that right away. We go into seeing various people playing against one another. He's playing against this really handsome looking dude, and the other guy's playing against some weird, some weird dude that's like thinking that he's got this other guy ahead by everything, but he ends up losing in the long run. Ray draws with his actual game. He doesn't actually win or lose per se, but he draws. And really though, that wasn't the important part. What comes up next is the important part. So we see this dude right here. And I didn't know who this was at first. I'm like, who's this guy? I mean, he looks like an antagonist from a show, to be honest with you. Like, look at his face. Antagonist right there. But Ray's reaction, though, right here, is, oh my god, so much anger. And we realize this is actually his stepsister's boyfriend slash fiance, the one that, she's in love with, quote unquote. And how he choked out Ray one time before. Ray's expression of anger, how he lunges at the guy. Like, he's lucky that his other friend was there to stop him, because he like put his arms around him and try to help him from punching this guy in the face, but he almost did. Luckily, also at the same time, there was like another thing going on above ground, which is like them celebrating how they got a huge fish haul. So it was kind of just able to get Ray out of the zone of anger. And what really also helped that is the next scene where we see Ray outside his stepfamily's home. And what's great about this scene is, and I loved it so much, was that he's talking about the house like a kotatsu. He's saying that it's so warm and inviting. You want to be underneath it. You want to be here and not anywhere else when a cold day hits. And one thing that's great about this is that we see Ray starting to realize that he hates being by himself. He hates being in his lonely apartment. He hates being without his family. And he's afraid of that because he doesn't know how to handle this. He doesn't know if he wants to stay with his family or be by himself, because he doesn't know the transition of what's going to do to him. And the next scene that comes up is so cute. Like, this is where, after he just finished eating, Momo goes up to him and goes, "Ray, you gonna stay here all night, right?" And Ray's like, "No, I plan on going home because I gotta get ready for the tournament tomorrow." And she goes, "No, why would you do that, Ray? You gotta stay here." And she's like telling him why over and over again. And she's crawling on top of him and, hugging him real tight. And I'm like, wow, oh my god, my heart almost burst on my chest of cuteness. It was so cute and it's so touching. I wanted to cry a little bit. I really did. I tell you not, folks, it was, whoo. But one thing I really enjoyed, though, was that Ray pulled her to the side and goes, "I have to focus on my tournament. It's not that I don't want to be with you guys. I have to focus, and that's the best place for me to focus on that." And he goes, "So you have to be strong for me, and I'll be strong for you, etc." He puts his little hands out to, or she puts his little hands out to him. He puts our hands over hers, and it was just so touching because she goes, "Okay, you do your best tomorrow, Ray." And I'm like, "Oh my god, so cute! Oh, Momo, you are super cute." Are we doing any awards this year for 2017? Because I think Momo's gonna win. Like, the cuteness overload for Momo is like, oh god. Anyways, though, well, what I really liked about this episode is that it's showing Ray finally breaking out of that shell. We've been talking about that for the last several episodes, that we see more and more Ray going out of this kind of dark place he's been in. And with this week's episode, that's no exception. He's finally getting out of the shell. He's finally breaking into a world where I think he's starting to realize his own person and also what he needs in his life to make him happy. And I think he's trying to go for that, which I think is awesome. So I am really happy about this episode. I really think it was a strong week's episode. I know last week we had that filler episode, or not really even filler, it was like more so a recap episode. I didn't watch that. From what I hear, like I said, it's a recap episode. I don't think there's a point for me to watch it. But if you guys want me to, like, put in the comments below if you want me to watch the recap and review it. I'll deal with that, of course. If not, then I'm not doing it, obviously. But anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Hopefully you enjoy the review. As always, have a great, blessed day, everyone. Bye-bye.